The Wendy Williams Show. At home. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. What? Hold on. Why are you all screaming at me? They're screaming at me. What is going on? The chair broke. Not my throne. Live TV, hey! My chair's broken? Okay, I'll take my Prince chair. Hey, boys, model it from the back. Wait, show them from the back. This is my Prince chair. Oh my gosh. Ha ha! What a disaster, I love it. Oh my gosh.
So scary.
Oh my gosh, I love this show. And you know what? Ironically, this happened on this particular day because I'm doing an after show today and I want to be talking to John Anderson, who's a legend in crew work, and his son, and his nephew, and they all work here, and I always call them the Anderson dynasty. And they're like, how you just saw them treat me, like they're screaming and stuff, like don't touch anything. They might as well have called me princess in a nice way. Thank you guys. But, I want to bring them in my office today because some of you always want to know, like, what else does it take to make a talk show happen? And there are a lot of different moving parts, but the crew and the love I have for them and the whole bit, I'm going to share a little bit with you on our after show. Oh. At first I thought it was, your dress is even more, your dress is breaking. I'm like, perfect. Suzanne, and you got involved?
Well, somebody ran over and told Doug that the chair's broken, and then I saw you getting closer to it, and I panicked.
No, but you panicked in a dumb way. All you did was scream. You didn't...
I was like, don't sit!
No, I don't hear that.
But at least I made motion, so you knew something was wrong.
No! That was like the catastrophe when I fell in my costume.
I got so nervous.
Wow. So exciting. Welcome to our show. And happy St. Patrick's Day. There is no parade this year, but they're doing something virtually speaking. And, you know, New York is still very much closed down, but there are a few places that are open where you can go and I guess have your green beer. The chef is coming out later on today and he's gonna make me lobster, shepherd's pie. That's an Irish thing. His name is Ed McFarland. And he's got this place in the city called the Lobster Bar. You might have heard of it. Wow. Norman.
All I saw was yelling and running. I'm looking for the exits, because I'm from Chicago. We run when something's about to happen. I was scared. I was like, what's happening? Terrifying.
I know. Well, I guess they can't top that action at the talk. All right, so hold on. This Sharon Osbourne thing. Ugh. Anyway, Sharon spoke out regarding her future with the talk, which I thought they'd already fired her or she quit. I had no idea that we're still talking about this. But the show, instead of coming back, because they were supposed to come back today, instead, like I predicted, they're not coming back until next week. Now see, my prediction was they won't be back until at least April 1st. Or just take the rest of the season off and do repeats and make everybody try to forget, get rid of Sharon. And we love all the rest of the girls, you know, Cheryl and, you know, Carrie Ann and the other girls. So Sharon sat down and talked with our friend Kevin Frazier, who she's been friends with since Red Carpet Talk. I mean, you know, I guess, you know, industry friends with. He's our friend too, but Kevin knows he's the plug. Anyway, I can't believe. And if I fell, there would be there would be like legs from a chair in my arm.
Yeah, splinters.
Splinters. No, this is cured. Look, my prayer cloth would have flown up. My Ivy Parks are nice and snug though. These would stay on. Hey. Diamonds would splash. Anyway, take a look.
We agreed we would never surprise each other with questions if we thought the other one hadn't been prepped. So we all agreed as women, got your back. I finished saying what I'm saying, and then Cheryl asked me these questions, which I didn't know, and they were written questions, and then Elaine's reading her questions.
Stand up for anti-racism.
And I'm like, I've been set up. Because I think that CBS was so horrified with Piers for the things he was saying. Because remember, Harry and Meghan, it's the CBS interview. I had sided with Piers, so it's the cancel culture, isn't it? Throw her under the bus.
She wasn't thrown under the bus. What had happened is she's still trying to do her mental investigation, and Sharon, girl, all you had to do when they came up with their produced questions is say, Piers, and I told you this the other day, I don't even like you when I'm giving you advice. Piers is my friend. He's been my friend for decades. But what he did was wrong. That would have been it. Right?
Absolutely right.
People who know each other fight, not all the time, but sometimes fights get like really big, and this is a biggie. So now I think that what she should do is she should stop doing her media tour and take today to clean out your office, or, you know, send somebody to get your stuff for you, clean out your office and take it back to, you know, your compound. You and your husband and the family, you got plenty of money. Talk is no longer for, not the talk, just talk in general. Don't talk. Talk is no longer for you. And they're not coming back until Tuesday, which I found very suspicious. Okay, because Monday begins the work week. I suspect they probably want to stay out of our way because it's all hot topics, and on Mondays, there's only one thing going on, and that's, do you think my chair would be fixed by Monday?
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just some
Michael
Gorilla
Lee
Glue.
is going to get right on it.
No, you're not a carpenter. Okay.
He can do it.
Okay, yes he is. Okay, you know. This is not glue and glue. This is hammer, nails, tape, iron support underneath. Anyway, so this will be great for the ratings. Say she doesn't quit. Say she shows up on Tuesday for the show. It'll be great for their ratings, but it won't be good for the other girls because they'll feel weird all along. And Cheryl says exactly what she means at all times. And hopefully you other ladies, Carrie Ann and Elaine?
Elaine Multerath.
Right, and?
Amanda Klutz.
Right, and Amanda. Hopefully you guys, don't be scared of her. She was wrong. And if she dares to come back on that set with you, you get a backbone, you roll your shoulders, don't address it, ignore her. Just ignore her. Leah Remini, friend to our show, who was fired in the first season. I thought she and Holly Robinson at that point were the stars of the show, but anywho. And Sharon was there, and Leah Remini is now claiming that that the show, Sharon, used racial, ethnic, and homophobic slurs against former hosts. Yeah. Sharon is denying Leah's claims. My heart is still beating so fast. So we're a one-chair show. Oh. Okay, so hold on. Prince Harry and Prince William, apparently they finally talked to each other. And it's Harry who called Gayle King. Exactly. Like, Gayle, not for you, but just, wow. Like, Gayle, definitely, I would jump on that phone and pry him with every question. If he's gonna be dopey enough to call an inquisitive American, we're gonna be smart enough to ask every question. So he calls Gayle, and he says, I spoke with my brother and my father last week, but it wasn't productive. Yeah. He said that none of the royals have reached out to Meghan either. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say. You know, the royals won't talk to Harry. There's no getting the family back together at all if Harry keeps running to Gayle or whoever, you know, Kevin Frazier, whoever. Harry, if you'd like to see your family get back together, and I didn't say you get your royal guard back and move into the palace and they give you money, because if anything, the best way to get back together with them is still don't ask them for a thing. But don't be shady, you know, be all smiles, kill them with kindness. Yeah. My chair needs crutches. Oh, okay. I'm not encouraging stealing. But, by the way, Sus Squad, were you panicked also?
Not at all. Jokes.
But were you panicked? You just witnessed that. You weren't here at Halloween, but you were here for this.
Yeah. I didn't know what was going on exactly, so I wasn't that.
But you heard screaming and yelling, and everybody scurrying. And this time it wasn't just me.
I was in a good space. I'm just joking. Nah, I was very much worried. Don't give me the evil eye.
Anyway, this guy in Florida, he scammed thousands from hotels by posing as a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. But you know what? It's really not that difficult because there's so many of them. And if you have to be a Wu fan, you know, in order to understand, you know, hey, that's not Raekwon, you know? Like that. His name is Aaron Barnes Burpo. Here's Mr. Burpo. He says he's 29, although that's a hard 29. So what he would do is he'd go to hotels, he'd act like one of the Wu-Tang Clan. He was ordering all kinds of room service, using the house phone, I guess as well as his own cell phone, but the house phone where the calls are like, you know, $25 for every 30 seconds. You know, laying in the jacuzzi. Free service. I'm one of the Wu-Tang Clan. So there's this, nobody was suspicious except this one hotel clerk who knows her Wu. all right? She turned him, or turned the information over that she knew about the Wu-Tang Clan to the hotel, the particular hotel she works at. Now, mind you, he's alleged to have been scamming Menti hotels. And so the hotel alerted the FBI. And the FBI got on it. And this is his mugshot, I guess. Yes, he should go to jail. Yes. They looked in his car and found, they found, what'd they find?
A bunch of stuff.
Fake credit cards.
Like fake credit cards.
Found a lot of room keys to hotels from across the country. Oh, yes, oh, yes. Oh, and a piece of paper with a bunch of fake credit card numbers on them. Oh, Mr. Burpo. What a funny name. What are we gonna do with you? See you in 7 years. Deuces. And they sentenced him conspiracy to commit wire fraud. So, yeah. Dr. Dre's, okay. First of all, you watch Love and Hip Hop? I do. Okay, well, Dr. Dre is currently with a girl named April. And April reportedly, wait a minute, because I don't know that's the best pick either, but just my opinion. Okay, let me tell you the story. April, beautiful girl, has had it with having to cater to men. Reportedly, April fought, and I was there for it. We were in between commercials or something else I was watching. April fought with her now ex, Little Fizz. And it was all caught on tape. Then they slammed the door. Physical abuse was implied, as well as a whole lot of screaming. These are all the producers running from behind us. I mean, it was a real disaster. It was a real disaster. Do you see the cameraman? Look at this, look at this, look at this. These two are sitting and talking, and the next thing you know, it goes into a full-blown fight. They're on the show, and they're trying to figure out what went wrong and why I should stick with you and vice versa. April stuck up for herself, and here's what she said.
Black men, no blame on them. They go through a lot. And we have to support that a lot.
Yeah.
And that's a lot on us. On top of that, domestic, carry the baby, postpartum, breastfeed, gotta bounce back, insecurities. I gotta provide. I maybe gotta put 50-50 on the bills. I'm tired of the I'm looking in the camera because I'm tired of it. For the black women that's out here, y'all treat us like we not That's a daily reminder, and that's not cool.
She has a point. And when I saw the episode, I did get a tear, like, oh, April. So she and Fizz are no longer together, and now she's with Dr. Dre. Okay. You're gonna leave me alone, Marco. Okay, there's this new dating show, and it's helping divorcees find love in paradise. I know, right? I am so gonna be watching this, okay. Okay, they're divorced, and the show is called The Big D. D is for divorce, and what they do is they find love in paradise. They send them all to Costa Rica, and there's a bunch of couples who've been married, and they have villas, individual villas to figure out their thing, and then of course the main place, I guess, where the psychiatrist shows up, the hosts show up, and to help them figure it out. And the premise is not for them to get back together. The premise is for them to find their next love from one of the divorced people there. Don't you love that? And there is always a possibility that when you're trapped in a hut in Costa Rica, you know, with proper help, that you might get back together as a couple. I mean, that's always possible as well. And each week, one person stays home or goes home. Goes home, right. So then there'll be like uneven numbers.
Yay.
But here's my thing. Yeah, they're staying in the same villa, but I hope these villas aren't gigantic. I hope these villas only have one bed that they are required to stay in together and one bathroom with one sink that they are required to say, excuse me, are you finished brushing your teeth? So, you know, like they really will have to share, you know, the space that they once loved to share, but now they're divorced. So they're working it up right now. The show starts when it starts. Oh, by the way, it's hosted by former Bachelorette star JoJo and her fiance Jordan. They love TV, so they do a lot of different stuff. I hope they're the ones who could handle the job. He doesn't look really like he'd be able to, but she looks like she's a fighter in terms of, you know, look, this is, you know, because there's gonna be a lot going on a show like that, but it's coming on regular TV, TBS. I'll let you know when it starts. In the meantime, I don't know that our show could get any greater today, honestly. But we're gonna try. We got more great show for you, everybody. Up next, from Basketball Wives, Liza Morales is here. So grab a snack and come on back. Please welcome Liza Morales.
Hi, Wendy.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Shoe cam, please.
Okay. I had a little turn it up for St. Patrick's Day. A little green.
Liza, you know what is so funny about you being here on this day today? On this day today, 11 years ago, exactly 11 years ago on this day, you were in the audience watching our show, and I had no idea that you were Liza. Yes.
Don't like that.
And you were
I was so much younger.
You were already scheduled, though. Well, that was 11 years ago. I mean, we all looked younger back then.
Yes. Yeah, you know what? That to me is a universe thing. I believe in that. I believe everything happens for a reason. And you, Wendy, you've been a friend in my head since you were on the radio.
Oh.
So this is like a big deal for me.
Oh.
I'm excited to meet you. I wish, you know, if COVID wasn't here, I would be on the couch with you, but
Thank you.
virtual.
And I'm sorry for always saying you're from the Bronx when it's actually from Queens. I got your borough wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm from Queens. I do have family in the Bronx. Go Yankees. But I'm from Queens. Yes, I have to say that.
Well, congratulations on joining Basketball Wives. You know, at first I was hurt, not for you, but because I don't know how much more Lamar could take, and I didn't know where you were gonna go with this. I didn't know whether you were the same sweet girl 11 years ago in the audience, you know, but you in fact are. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt like it was, listen, I'm not here. I've known Lamar since I was 16 years old. I'm not here to bash him. I'm just here to share my truth. You know, Wendy, we've been on Hot Topics so many times, all good. And you've always been great to us. But I feel like it's my time to kind of share my story.
So how is your relationship with Lamar today? Uh-oh.
Ooh, it's non-existent. It's non-existent.
Aww.
Yeah.
You mean you don't call him, he doesn't call you?
Right. And the kids are older, so it's not that we need to co-parent, right? We don't need to speak. The kids have their phones, they could speak to him whenever they want. Yeah. And I've tried that, you know, tried to co-parent when the kids were younger, and you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to co-parent.
Well, but how did that go with you and Lammy? Because when he was here a few months ago, or something, or the other day, he said that his relationship with the kids is fine. That college tuition is fine. They want for nothing. They're fine.
That's not accurate. And that's why I wanted to reach out to you, because you know I heard about that interview. I think it was like last month. And there was a lot of inaccuracies told that day.
Oh.
And look, his relationship with the kids is up and down. And the kids are of age where they can talk about that themselves. But listen, anytime you're dealing with, a lot of families go through this, right? It's just that our family has been so public. Lamar's struggles, his mental health struggles, his addiction struggles, very public. And for a long time we hid because there's a stigma attached. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress and trauma on the kids. And it's a constant work, but the kids love their father. They want him well. I want him well. Why would I want him a mess when it's so public? And I've been, as I said in that clip, been picking up the pieces.
Has he paid? Has he paid your son's tuition? And tell me, if not, why not?
So the thing with the tuition, and I know months ago, I put something out there on social media, and I'm a tourist. I get upset, and sometimes I get emotional. I usually tend to keep things private, but that's something that was really devastating because the kids had 529 plans. And for your viewers or people who don't know what a 529 plan is, it's a separate account that's put away many years ago. The kids were younger. And as a single parent, as any parent, we know education is expensive, especially in this country. We know college is expensive. So just having that security, stability, knowing no matter what, my kid's future.
So what happened to the money?
Well, Wendy, I got the runaround. I wasn't getting clear answers. Then I was hearing from sources that the money was gone. There was an order in place that the money was not to be touched years ago. And so, of course, I was devastated. But as I do, I made it work. And, Lamar sent money for books.
Okay, so that means what you're implying is that the money is gone, so that was Lamar who took the money. Well, what happened to the NBA money and stuff? We are so used to NBA players being able to retire or semi-retire and live a decent financial life. I don't look at Lamar as being a broke man.
I feel like, do you remember in the 90s, Wendy, we know a lot of times these athletes, a lot of times they come from situations where they've never had money, right? So I feel like it's gotten a lot better, right? With the leagues, especially with the NBA. The NBA is one of the best, one of the best leagues. They have a great players union. I mean, there's coaching, there's plenty of opportunities. So I don't know his full-on financial situation.
Well, if you're going to take your kids' college money, then apparently it's not good. Listen, was he doing drugs in the early years before he even left for LA to play with the Lakers?
He was always smoking pot, but pot to me is a little different. So he was always smoking pot. The heavy stuff came into play. He never did any of that stuff around me. I just want to be clear about that. But when we lost our son in 2006, I was getting, people were telling me, you need to really watch him. It's getting out of control. And we know that happens, right? When you grieve a certain way, and we grieve so differently.
Yeah, so you stayed in Queens after you lost your son, and I'm so sorry to hear that. That's such a sad story. After you lost your son, you stayed in New York to take care of LJ and your daughter and be next to family in Queens and the Bronx. And Lamar was drafted to the Lakers, so Lamar is at a great team, and I guess believing the bright lights in big city, and the drugs got heavier. So from what you hear?
Yes, yes, we lived in Manhattan at that time. The kids, I put them in school. Yes, I needed to be near my family, my friends. At the time, I was dealing with severe depression. Didn't know it because we don't talk about that stuff in my family and in our community. So, and Lamar went back to LA. He was still a Laker. He had been a Laker at that time for a couple of years, maybe 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then we fast forward when, because you and Lamar were together for 16 years, right? 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years on and off. Yeah, we've known each other since we were 16.
Okay. How did you feel when Lamar and Chloe got together, and then not just got together, but got married so suddenly? And then he didn't just marry any woman, he married into the first family of reality TV, that family.
Yes, that was very difficult. You know, around that time, I was dealing with depression, and I get a text message from him, and the text message was like, I'm getting married. And I knew he was seeing her because they were all over the blogs and all over the websites. And obviously I was devastated. We were not together, but obviously I deserve better than a text message, you know? And then the comparisons came. Oh, he has a type.
How did your children feel at that time about Lamar marrying into the family?
You know, they were really young, right? They really impressionable ages. Feel like the pressure, that's when social media was really picking up, right? All those, and the pressure, that was a lot on the kids. And the kids, you know, my daughter was diagnosed with depression early on as a teenager. Wow. Just the pressure and constantly being out there and the paparazzi, a whole new life that we asked for.
Would you ever still try to at least be cordial to him? Not that it's necessary because the kids are older, but you all have been through so much. I mean, Lamar almost died a few times. He's been in and out of problems with drugs. You had depression, you lost your child. There, you know, you met when you were 16. In my mind, there's a reason to at least be cordial once a year on the phone, not date. Like, are you going to go in June 12th, to see him get his behind whooped in Atlantic City? I'm going. Are you going?
I won't go. My kids might go. Our kids might go to support him.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, listen, I feel like as far as us, listen, I just want him to get right? 1 in 5 people deal with mental health issues. I just want him to get right. I want him to get behind the action, not just the talk. And I want him to have a great relationship with his kids. I always support him.
Are you dating? Are you dating? Do you have love in your life? Are you getting it in?
I'm doing it and doing it.
Okay.
But you know, COVID, I feel like COVID did change that.
That's
right?
okay.
I feel like.
But
yeah,
you got it in you
little...
to zip it and do it. It is so nice catching up with you again. Thank you so much. This is Liza Morales, everybody. Basketball Wives, you could watch it with me Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock on VH1. Up next, we've got celebrity chef Ed here, and he's gonna make St. Patrick's Day goodies in the Wendy kitchen. So don't go far. Thank you. You know you love lobster. Sweet. Okay, it's St. Patrick's Day, and here with some great recipes is Chef Ed McFarland. How you doing, Chef?
How you doing?
I've been to your place before.
Excellent.
I had no idea. And people rave about it. It's big here in Manhattan. All right, what are we making, Chef?
So we're making a lobster shepherd's pie, just to take on a traditional dish, but sprucing it up. Ireland abounds with seafood, so plenty of culinary license. And we're gonna make Irish soda bread to finish it off.
I like that you put it in a lobster.
You know what? The presentation really spices it up and makes it look nicer than just putting in a crock. So just a little bit more elevation. And we start the dish with some butter.
How dare you, hot sauce? Not today.
Well, that must mean it's good then. If
it's very good.
Sauce.
Okay. Keep talking, Chef.
We start by sweating the shallots, get them soft. We're gonna add in our lobster, our Pernod, just to get a little anise flavor. It all cooks off. It's just about the flavor. It's
are these peas?
Those are peas, yes.
What is Pernod?
Pernod is just anise flavored liqueur.
Okay.
It cooks off in the process. And it's just about flavor, very classic, traditional dish.
I'm so mixed up right now.
We add a little bit more butter back in there because you have to have a lot of butter with lobster.
Yeah.
Well. So.
Although I gotta tell you something, only because I'm always watching my weight, so I don't break my chair. I like the salt and pepper and a little garlic on it.
You know what? That's a great way to do it.
The butter
as well.
interrupts and gets stains on my clothing.
We do lobster any single way.
But
you
no,
want
I'm
it.
dipping butter today.
I mean, if you want to come down and have lobster Benedict, we can make your lobster Benedict for brunch, which is fantastic as well. Not so much a St. Patty's Day item like this, but it still works. So we fill our lobster shell up with the lobster, you know, nice and full in there.
When did your restaurant open?
We opened up 1 day ago, 14 years. So I'm open 14 years yesterday.
How are you doing? How's the business going?
You know, it's been kind of all over the place, but we're managing. You know, with the COVID restrictions in New York City being what they are, we figure out a way to get things done. So, you know, we switched over, we pivot the business, take out.
Are you gonna have green beer?
I will not have green beer or green
okay.
lobster, but I do have Guinness.
Whoa, that's okay.
So you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
We sprinkle a little bit of breadcrumb on top of the lobster before we bake them.
What do we put on top?
A little bit of breadcrumb.
Okay.
Just to get a little extra color.
You know what else I like? I love capers. I find that they
Well, capers, the
my gosh.
salt in the capers is fantastic. It really brings everything up. A little bit of parsley on top.
The potatoes, by the way, are stellar. They are not from the box, clearly.
No, you have to make fresh potatoes always. So onto the soda bread, which is a very simple recipe, but super sticky when you mix it. So be careful. You want to get all of your dry ingredients together in the bowl and whisk them in super simply and make a well in the center.
My mom, on St. Patrick's Day, along with the corned beef and cabbage, would make a really mean Irish soda bread. Wow.
Well, it's important. You have to have a great soda bread
soft.
on St. Patrick's Day. You can't do without it.
I don't need the butter. It's so good.
Perfect. That's excellent. And once we have it in the bowl, we just score the top before we put it in the oven.
You know what I like about it? It's kind of like a dessert.
Yes.
I'm sorry, continue.
No, it's okay. It's meant to be a dessert. That's the whole idea of soda bread, a little sweet after your meal.
Yeah, tell them what you do to score.
So we score the top of the soda bread with a crisscross, and we bake it for about 45 minutes at 400 degrees. And it comes out to this beautiful, crusty consistency and nice and soft inside.
I want to thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much. I'm very excited and grateful to be here today.
And the food is delicious. For more information on these recipes, and they seem pretty easy to make.
Super simple.
And remember, presentation is everything. Maybe you'll save your piece of lobster and, you know, present. Go to wendyshow.com. We'll be right back. Jump up the rope and get down. Jump, jump, jump. Thank you, Saswan. Anyway. All right, it's time for Celebrity Face Swap. Frank is in Florida. Frank, how you doing? Oh.
How you doing, Wendy?
Very well, Frank. What a beautiful hat. Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna show you a picture, one picture, and there are two celebrities in the picture. I didn't guess this, but let's see if you do. Take a look.
Okay. That is Cardi B.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Can I have a hint? When?
No. I am still traumatized from the Hot Topics chair.
Cardi B. And, oh God, that looks like a housewife. Oh,
All right, they performed together. No, wait, no, they didn't perform together. No, they did,
what?
they did. Megan.
They did?
Megan the Stallion. It's okay. It's been a very dramatic day so far.
I'm sorry.
All right, it's okay. We're gonna send you, listen, we're gonna send you a $100 cash gift card. We'll be right back. A birthday shout out to the best friends. It's Deborah and Marcy. And they're celebrating their birthdays today. I don't know what the girls are gonna be doing, but we are sending you birthday tiaras. Happy birthday. And we'll be right back. Oh, we have a lot lot of fun here at Wendy. Kristen, this is her last day, and she's going back to school in Florida, but hopefully I'll see you again soon. She's helped me from my apartment to my show, office, to the studio, and if you want to be a part of the fun, go to wendyshow.com and be virtual with us. We'll be right back. I love everybody who works so tirelessly here on this show. Honestly, you have no idea what mess you guys are watching. I love these people. Kyla Pratt tomorrow, and I love you for watching today. Bye-bye.
How you doing? Nice.